My brother Joe, from the one that taught me how to do the fart noise through the armpit, from the one that has my back 100. My brother Joe is one of my best friends, and he has taught me a lot of things. You know, Joe's a good person. Teenagers typically don't look like the most respectful. When you see a teenager, you just kind of say, oh, that kid's a brat. I can guarantee you, when you meet Joe, he's the friendliest person you'll ever meet. Every time someone's done having a conversation with them, they'll leave with a smile. Joe tends to do good acts like throughout the day. Either that's someone dropping their keys, running back to them, maybe picking up a water bottle that they dropped. Or if we're in a big city, he literally cannot pass a homeless person without maybe giving them money or food and just maybe talking to them for a little bit. He's definitely one of my biggest motivations to be respectful, you know, help around the house, and just keep a good vibe. My brother Joe also, you know, persuades my decisions for the best, I guess. How many people in this room have done a decision, maybe someone dared them to do something, and right when you chose to do it, you regretted it? We all do those dumb things to impress our friends. Maybe that's jumping a trash can you knew you couldn't jump, or a dare to do in public. I mean, yell Marco and Meyer, or say something embarrassing about someone out loud. Maybe brake checking your friends if they're behind you. I had this idea to go down this super steep hill. Me and my brother Joe, we were just riding our bikes around. This hill went straight down. At the end of the hill there was a road, and then there was someone's house. Joe kept trying to talk me out of it. He said it was a dumb idea, I was gonna get hurt, and I was gonna break something. Being his little brother, you know, I'm not gonna listen. I'm gonna do the exact opposite that he told me to do. I chose to go down this hill. I started pedaling. I looked down. I started to go. Right when I started to go, I deeply regretted that because I was going way too steep. I was going way too fast. I went straight through the road, and there was this fence, and I just went straight through the fence. It was a big adrenaline rush for me, and right when I realized what happened, me and my brother just started laughing super loud, and he was all the way at the top of the hill still. He ran down, helped me get up, and then we just ran. That was the first time I probably, I guess, vandalized something and left it. I was super scared because we didn't know what to do. It was a complete accident. You know, next time your older brother, and especially my older brother, tells me to do something for the best, I might at least take it into consideration. Joe is definitely the most annoying person in the world. I mean, your siblings, they're terrible. But it's like, he can just do things, maybe I'll be sitting there, he'll turn off my phone. I'll be in the middle of a game on PlayStation and he'll turn it off. You know, we randomly call each other names. We wrestle, you know, we just pick on each other. We're brothers. But Joe definitely has a great sense of humor, and he taught me a great sense of humor as well. Joe has all sorts of dumb, silly, goofy, and just all around ridiculous moments. All growing up with my brothers, Joe was definitely the one that made me laugh the most and the one that makes me have the biggest smile. My Aunt Sheila took us on this trip to DC. When we went to DC, I had Joe there, Anthony, and my cousin Gabby. We would go through all these museums, and we'd just be messing around in the museums. Like, we wouldn't mess with stuff, but Joe would just be pointing out funny things. We were in this one museum, and at the end of it, when we were like leaving, there's this guy there, and Joe pointed out that he looked exactly like Snoop Dogg. And it was like, he looked to the point where we thought it was him because it was just crazy. It was cool. We went to the Capitol building, and to get there, we took these tunnels, and that kind of veined throughout the city, and they went underground. When we were there, my brother Joe would not stop talking about how the government is watching us and all these conspiracy theories about it. You would never think that my brother Joe or someone like that would know so much about conspiracy theories and how they just are around. I thought that was quite funny myself because you just wouldn't think someone like that would think of that. Besides all those fun memories in DC with Joe, we also go to my aunt's house. We'll either share the basement with all the brothers downstairs in her house, or she rents house, so she has like 15 different houses just around Michigan, and she has one right next door, and we either can get that all to ourselves. You know, she'll let us come down for Christmas break, spring break, and the 4th of July, all things like that. We can just come whenever we want to. But generally, we'll have a big day. We'll have a big breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which are all amazing. She's an amazing cook. We also do various activities throughout the day, which could be going to the movies, maybe going to the beach, and ice skating if it's during the winter. And after this huge day, we typically go to sleep. You know, what do you want to do? You're all tired out. So we'll all hang out with each other. We'll sit on our phones, all ready to get ready to go to sleep. We're all just ready about to be asleep. It might be 3 o'clock in the morning, and Joe might say, hey, dude, you want to watch a movie? I don't know who wants to watch a movie at 4 o'clock in the morning, but I think that seems kind of ridiculous because we got to do stuff the next day. And if he doesn't want to watch a movie, he's going to say, hey, man, you want to play a game on our phones? No, I don't, man. I just want to go to sleep, okay? I think that's funny that Joe is always up to do something. Just a warning, if you ever spend the night with Joe, you might end up watching a movie you don't want to watch or playing games with him that you don't want to play. Optimism. Optimism is 100% my brother Joe. It seems like he's always smiling, laughing, and almost never in a bad mood. I'll come to school, everybody will be having the worst day of their entire life. Joe will just be walking around, smiling, cracking jokes, and it just makes no sense to me. And also, the only time he gets upset is when someone messes with his friends, his family, or if he cooks something and you don't share. Joe has always been the life of the party type of person and has a contagious smile. My big brother Joe, from being one of the best people I know to making me laugh uncontrollably, being the most optimistic person I've ever met, smiling, cracking jokes, and just making sure for me to remember to do my best. My brother Joe is my best friend, and I'm glad that I can call him my brother, my family, and my inspiration.